Michael Moore trying to take the same road as Evander Holyfield. His eye on the heavyweight championship, but as he knows, he mentioned before, he's got to start at the bottom as a heavyweight. Levi Billups may not exactly be the bottom. Matter of fact, our USA boxing coordinator Brad Jacobs says he's tried to set Billups up here on USA through the last couple of years, but he's been turned down by everyone he's talking to. Guys like George Foreman during his comeback, Riddick Bowe, Tim Witherspoon, Tyrell Biggs, they don't want to deal. Moore has had one fight as a heavyweight against Terry Davis, that in April on the undercard of Holyfield and Foreman. That was a quickie second round TKO, so this is essentially his first legitimate heavyweight opponent. And the fight before that for Moore as the WBO light heavyweight champ, 175 pounds. So he brings the power of a light heavyweight. Is it good enough in the heavyweight division? And you got to remember, Moore has never tasted the heavyweight punch. Billups says he's going to have to be right in front of him.
And Billups says, I'm a heavyweight, I got the heavyweight power. Never fought anything other than in this class, over 200 pounds.
What are the major adjustments that Moore is looking at right now?
Well, he's got the extra weight there, and when you fight with more weight, you're slower. Your punches they're not as crisp, they're not as sharp. You still got to try to fire them off. Try to retain that speed that he had as a light heavyweight. Good power in his first round, and you see Billups already giving him a little bit more room. Now, if Billups could go out there and wrestle, get right on the inside of Moore, take it right to him, stay on the top of him.
Virgil Hill, Prince Charles Williams at the time, was a very attractive division up top. He says it was just killing him to make 175. It just could not do it any longer. He generally walked around at 200 pounds, and it just was nearly impossible to get down to 175 anymore. But Holyfield and Tyson and Ruddock and Foreman up there. Moore feels that when the dust settles over the course of perhaps the next year or so, that he will be right up there with the rising crop of young heavyweights. Riddick Bowe, Lennox Lewis, Tommy Morrison, Wayne Mercer. Those two who will face one another in August. And now Moore putting on the pressure. We talked about the sense of possible upset waiting to happen, although after the first 3 minutes, that sense may have changed. Billups had a late start in his career, no amateur fights. He actually started to fight at the age of 26. He was a former collegiate wrestling champ at Norfolk State, also was a linebacker there. Matter of fact, signed to play for the LA Express of the USFL. But unfortunately for Billups and the league, it folded before he played his first game.
Well, he said he's an athlete, not just a boxer. He said he's an all-around jock, no drugs, no smoking, no alcohol.
Well, he's smoked right there by Moore. So he started fighting at the age of 26. His first pro fight wasn't until the age of 27 when he lost to Orlin Norris. What an awakening to a pro career. He was knocked out in the first round. And actually, Billups' first 7 fights, feeling his way through, actually on the job training for a guy who didn't have any amateur fights. It was 4-3. But since that time, he has won 11 of his last 12 fights. And now Moore not allowing Billups to come in.
But busy is Moore. You don't see that very often in the heavyweight class. A lot of them, they're slow and they're deliberate. Moore says that I still have the speed from the light heavyweight. And he does with the combination. He's not a man anyway to throw a one punch. He likes to put them together.
Moore certainly rushed into the professional fray after just 9 months and 11 pro fights. He beat Ramzi Hassan for the WBO light heavyweight championship, and now he has rocked Levi Billups here in the second round. And Moore is sensing it. He is closing in. He is just beating Billups to the punch.
The best defense is a good offense. For him right now, he should get busy. Now, he's the heavyweight, but Moore is forcing the action.
Billups having problems finding opponents. This is his first fight in 11 months. So the first couple of rounds also perhaps some ring rust for Levi Billups. Although he said before he's going to throw in bunches, work the body, try to wear Moore down. That has certainly not been the case over the first couple. Tell me a little bit about what you think of Michael Moore after seeing him for the first couple of rounds as a heavyweight. Tagged in that one and survived and turned it around and took Swindell out in the 6th round. And now just the question of can Moore take a heavyweight punch? He's really seldom had to take a punch.
Well, he admits that the heaviest punch was Frankie Swindell. He said, the first I was a little bit hesitant, then I finally warmed up. He said he wobbled me, even cut me underneath the left eye. There was a good left hook by Moore.
Closing seconds of the 3rd, and Billups covering up. This could be it. Referee taking a look at Billups. Is that the fight or a standing 8? I believe Dale Grable will stop the fight in the closing seconds of the 3rd. Michael Moore goes to 24-0 with 24 knockouts. No complaints